The lake had been closed for years. That's what the sign said anyway. No swimming. Unstable ground. Do not enter. But the fence had long since fallen, and the town treated the place like a rumor something that used to matter. When the heat wave hit, Tom decided it would be an adventure. It's just water, he told his wife, Rachel. We'll stay near the edge. Rachel hesitated. It's too quiet. Tom stepped into the shallows. The water was warm, too warm, like bathwater left out too long. See, he called. It's fine. The boys waded in beside him. The lake bed felt soft underfoot. Not sand, not mud, soft, like stepping on something that shifted away from pressure. Rachel stayed near the bank, unease tightening her chest. Don't go too far, she warned. Tom laughed. We're barely waist deep. Then his youngest, Caleb, frowned. Dad? What? It's pulling. Tom rolled his eyes. There's no current, but Caleb's arms were trembling. The water around him tremored too. Small concentric ripples forming, though he wasn't moving. Dad, the older boy whispered. It feels like fingers. Tom reached for Caleb, and the lake swallowed him. Not with a splash, not with a struggle. The surface simply opened beneath the child and sealed shut again. Flat, still, silent. Rachel screamed. Tom dove under instantly. The water closed over him like skin. Rachel waded in up to her knees, scanning desperately for bubbles, movement, anything. The lake remained smooth. Seconds passed. Then a shape moved beneath the surface. Large, not human. Tom burst upward, gasping, dragging Caleb with him. Rachel sobbed in relief until she saw Caleb's face. His eyes were open, but unfocused. Water streamed from his mouth. Too much water, as if he'd been submerged for hours. Tom hauled him toward shore. Breathe, he shouted, shaking the boy. Caleb coughed violently. A long stream of lake water poured out. And something else, thin, black, thread-like. It wriggled briefly on the sand before slithering back toward the water and disappearing beneath the surface. Rachel backed away. What was that? Tom didn't answer, because the lake had begun to ripple, not randomly, purposefully, dozens of small disturbances, as if something large was shifting just below. The older boy screamed. Tom turned. His son was no longer where he'd been standing. Only widening circles marked the spot. No, no, no. Tom plunged back into the lake. Rachel grabbed Caleb and stumbled onto the shore. The water level dropped by inches in seconds. Then Tom reappeared, standing in what should have been deep water. The lake had receded around him. He walked toward shore as the surface continued collapsing inward behind him. Rachel felt a flicker of relief until she saw his face. Not wrong, not distorted, just distant, like he'd left something important behind. Where is he? She demanded. Tom didn't answer. Behind him, the center of the lake gave a final, heavy shudder. The water drained completely in under a minute. Not outward, down, as if swallowed. In its place was a massive, yawning sinkhole. Dark, endless. Tom stepped onto dry land. He was soaked, but not breathing hard. Rachel grabbed his shoulders. Where is our son? Tom blinked at her slowly. I couldn't reach him, he said. His voice sounded hoarse, scraped thin. Rescue teams searched for days. They rappelled into the sinkhole, sent cameras down. The hole went deeper than expected. The walls were slick and strangely smooth. No body was found. No water remained. It was as if the lake had never existed. Tom changed after that. He barely slept. Spent hours standing in the backyard at night, staring toward where the lake had been. Caleb stopped speaking about what happened. 3 weeks later, Rachel woke to the sound of something wet hitting the carpet. Soft, rhythmic, drip, drip. She reached across the bed. Tom's side was empty. The sheets were damp, cold. The bedroom door was open. A thin trail of water led out into the hallway. Rachel's heart began to pound. She followed it. Each step soaked through her socks. The water wasn't deep just enough to leave clear footprints ahead of her. Tom's footprints, leading down the hall, past the bathroom, past the stairs, toward Caleb's room. The hallway light flickered weakly. The trail stopped at Caleb's closed door. From inside, she heard whispering. 2 voices, one small, one adult. She pressed her ear to the wood. "Can't stay long," Tom's voice murmured. Caleb answered in a sleepy whisper. "Does it hurt?" A pause. Then, "Only when I'm dry." Rachel's blood ran cold. She shoved the door open. Caleb was sitting upright in bed, alone. The room was dry, no puddles, no footprints. Just her son staring at her. "Where's Dad?" she demanded. Caleb looked confused. "He just left," he said quietly. "He said he has to keep going back so it doesn't come here instead." Rachel's stomach twisted. "Going back where?" Caleb's eyes shifted, not to her, but to the corner of the ceiling, where a faint, dark stain spread slowly through the plaster. Wet, circular, growing. Rachel stepped backward. The stain deepened in color, bulged downward, as if something heavy were pressing from above. From inside the ceiling, there was a distant sound. Not pipes, not footsteps, water moving in a vast enclosed space. A slow, rolling surge. The bulge sagged lower. The drywall began to crack. Caleb's voice trembled. "He said if it finds a way through, we have to hold our breath." "Why?" Rachel whispered. The ceiling split open, not collapsing, peeling, and from the darkness above something began to pour through. Not water, but blackness, thick, flowing, spilling downward in silence. Rachel grabbed Caleb, and the bedroom light went out. In the pitch dark, the sound of rushing filled the room, close, all around them. Then a single breath, not hers, not Caleb's, right behind her ear, and a whisper, "There isn't enough air."